Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. This is episode 41. Before we get started, we're all in like distinct locations due to a little COVID scare, but we're still bringing the episode to you this week. To the right of me, I guess in the right-hand corner, I got my main man, 9.5 toe. He's sitting in the other room, Anthony Sholey, Big Shoals.
What's up? How's it going?
Underneath him, I got my main man, little dude Rosado, looking all little dude.
What's up?
And then my co-host, give it up for Moneyline Welsh.
Woo! Yay!
Dude,
Moneyline. Let's do a podcast, man.
Yeah, fucking sweet. Moneyline, what's up, dude? The Steelers are 5-0, dude. Looking good.
5-0, fucking breaking necks and cashing checks. I think they stink still. I know they're 5-0, and that's hard to hate on, but I don't think they're very good. The teams they played are trash, so we'll see. They got to play a few decent teams coming up.
They're Mark Madden. They're 5-0.
No, I knew number one fucking fan was gonna fucking jump in there.
I mean, they don't stink. You say they stink.
I didn't say they. Did I say they stink?
Yeah, you actually said they stink.
I think in my opening remarks, I think they stink. I think they're. I don't know. They'll go to the playoffs, I guess, but I don't know. They were in a lot better shape before Bush got hurt. This fucking Spillane dude is a major.
Man.
He's a major liability. And
I like Spillane.
Well, you could have Spillane fucking all you want.
I'll be honest with you. I like the kid.
I think
he's hungry.
I think he played at Alderdice with us fucking 30 years ago.
I wish.
He is a major liability, and I tweeted he's a major liability. Before I even knew his name was, I just tweeted 41 is going to be a liability. He made 1.5 tackles, and Twitter was like, look at him just playing. Fucking John was like, fucking, he's having a hell of a game.
He did play well.
Dude, he
played great.
He only played a half of football.
He had 1.5 tackles, and the half a tackle was a Snuggles jump over the pile. Get credit for that.
Those count.
I mean, yeah, if they call your name, they count.
It's numbers, baby.
He fucking.
Yeah, I mean,
as soon as fucking the Titans, you think Mike Vrabel don't go? Is it getting tape on him, licking his lips? Like, look at this fucking corn dick. But
I don't know.
He's gonna be getting smoked by running backs and fucking linebackers.
Yeah, but he's like one of like 3 dudes that are gonna rotate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. He's getting hyped up in the fucking media.
Yeah, Devin.
You got that dude Ulysses Gilbert that's gonna get some PT.
Yeah, see, I've never even heard of him either. Fucking.
Well, you better read up on it.
I just want to be on record that Spillane fucking stinks or whatever his fucking name is.
And so do Steelers, right, Jack? Steelers stink too. 5-0 stinks.
They're not.
Shut up.
They're not. I think they're a little softer than what the record is. That's all I think. We'll see. The Titans are a good team. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, battle of the undefeated.
Titans almost lost to the Eagles.
Yeah.
So did we.
So, yeah.
Exactly. So you know, we're in there. We're doing good.
Well, moving on. So we got like some local news. So our buddy Caterino, he got scolded in his neighborhood watch Facebook page for yelling about the Steelers. I think everyone in this thing has probably had some altercation with a Facebook neighborhood watch. And
well, I thought you were saying everybody in this fucking on this podcast had an altercation with Caterino because that's 1,000% accurate.
Right.
Lunatic. He's in fucking Pleasant Hills just going bananas fucking with scaring the shit out of everybody. So, yeah, some lady wrote him up like, whoever lives on blah, blah, blah street, can you please keep it down with the F-bombs? The whole fucking neighborhood could hear you. Like, first of all, if I want to scream in my own house, like, I'm screaming in my own house. Shut the fuck up, lady.
Second of all, you're not going to Reno's house and telling him to shut up. There's no way.
Yeah, during the third quarter. Who knows? I mean,
not a chance.
No way.
They
but these neighborhood Facebook groups, like fucking a few dudes like moved out to the suburbs, like they are ruthless, man. Like if you leave like your garbage cans out overnight, like you're the biggest piece of shit on earth.
Exactly. Rosado has
Swiss Elm has one, and Mike came to my house one day. He's like, "Do you think we should let off fireworks?" I'm like, yeah, go ahead, light one off. Within minutes, I was like, I got a look on Facebook on the Swiss Elm page. It was up like whoever lit that firework off, they could come clean off my deck. All this shit. He lives right behind my house. He's an asshole.
It was the 3rd of July too, John. I remember that. It was the day before 4th of July.
You should be able to. You should be able to light off fireworks for like a day before, like 4 days. I mean, we're the 4th of July.
It's a week. A business week.
Yeah, a business week. I'll give you that. Anything after that, you're an asshole.
I mean, in her defense, Mike definitely lied to me about how big this firework was.
Yeah, I'm sure Z-Bird skimmed their house. There's no doubt.
It was a murder.
It probably almost caught on fire, but whatever.
But the thing is about these Facebook groups, like, here's the thing. This person saying, keep it quiet over there, blah, blah, has no idea who Big Naked Joe is. Like, these people should do a little bit of investigation before they start poking the bear.
Yeah.
Because you're literally poking the bear with that kid.
Yeah, you think you're like getting some like fucking middle-aged nerd dad and fucking Big Naked Reno comes to the door.
Drunk as pissed. Dude.
Yeah,
was he drunk or was he just getting
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think he was just fucking being loud Reno. Fucking screaming at the TV, getting all fucking wound up.
Yeah, you can't do that in your own house.
Apparently not.
I know.
Guess not in Thomas Jefferson.
I could throw basketballs at people fucking and no one says anything down here.
The Southside Secret Group.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that thing was fucking ruthless. That's part of the reason I got off Facebook. I was like, these people are fucking crazy.
I got invited onto that, and I'm like, a friend of ours gave me a heads up, like, dude, you got to read these comments. These people really go at it. And a lot of the people, like, one of the most funniest thing was when people would say, I'm leaving this group, and then people would just tear into them, like, goodbye, asshole. We never liked you anyway.
This is for real Southsiders, like, born and raised. Fucking Mike and Tony's forever.
Yeah.
I've been living down here for 27 years. Don't you ever tell me about a real Southsider.
But the one dude said he was like leaving the group, and they're like, on your way out, kill yourself. And I'm like, this group is brutal.
See, I like that. Like,
so do I.
Yeah, I'm a fan of a little internet bullying from time to time.
A little tough love.
Yeah, if you're gonna be such a fucking crybaby, I'm gonna leave the group. Like, cool, jump off the bridge on your way out.
And that just shows the kind of person you are. If you think you're that important that you have to tell the group you're leaving,
make an announcement.
No one knew you. They wouldn't have. No one missed you, guys.
No
one knew you were there, let alone left.
No one's gonna miss you when you jump off the bridge either.
Right.
Fucking wrap it up, dude.
Dude, you sent me that video, Jack. Of that fucking Zamboni.
Of that lunatic fucking just lighting the Zamboni machine on fire.
Yeah, dig into that a little bit because that was a hilarious video.
Well, my dad's a retired Zamboni driver up Shelby Park.
Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah, he whipped around the Zamboni fucking up the ice skating rink for.
He was a Z guy.
He was a Z guy for a few years.
I never knew that.
I wasn't a fan of it. I know that. He said it was fucking freezing. But yeah, he had some trouble with the Zamboni. He said it's a little more complicated than it looks. But he did it for a while. He never caught it on fire, so kudos to him.
Yeah, good job, Mr. Welsh.
Yeah, man, we're keeping. So I don't know what that dude either. Like, he must have put like gas in like where you put the oil or he did something to fuck that thing up because like shit just doesn't catch on fire like that. That was fucking insane. And it got good, Z-Bird.
No, I was gonna say Rosado knows a lot about like small engines and stuff like that. Like, what would cause something like that to catch on fire? Like the Zamboni, it started like shooting out purple shit. It was like he obviously mixed something wrong. Like if you put like diesel in or gas where it's supposed to be diesel, like I thought
mixed something up big time.
They run on propane. I'm pretty sure they actually run on propane. Zambonis.
I know forklifts do.
Yeah, I think they do. Now, he might have fucking. Who knows?
But you can't put like gas in the propane hole.
No, I understand that.
Does it get oil?
Everything gets oil, John.
I'm saying if you put too much, it could smoke.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. You remember when that fucking car caught on fire at Alderdice? Fred Johns fucking put like power steering into his like gas tank or some shit like that.
Yeah, his rims were worth more than the car was. I remember that.
It started dripping fire, and we just watched the whole thing fucking catch on fire.
It lit a telephone pole on fire.
Yeah, we easily could have prevented that.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about Alderdice. Like, oh my god, that car's on fire. Let's go stand around and watch.
Yep, I walked.
Throw shit on it.
I walked in the fucking Spanish class 55 minutes late, literally with like a minute left, smelling like smoke. teacher was like, you were just out there watching like that car burn. I was like, yeah, man, that was crazy. It's a lot cooler than coming to fucking Spanish 3 when I can't even fucking put a sentence together, and somehow I'm in Spanish 3 at Alder Ice.
The thing is, when an event like that took place at Alder Ice, you had a green light to stand outside with all your friends.
You honestly did. Like, hey, man, like I was at the car fire. What do you want me to do?
I didn't want to go past it. I was terrified.
It was fucking nuts. And it was first thing in the morning, too. Fred Johns is a good dude, too. I felt bad.
Yeah, well, shit happens, man.
Shit happens.
I'll tell you.
Make sure you know where you put it. So this, anyway, we got a little off track there.
Yeah.
So this got me fucking thinking, what's the most fucked up thing you ever did at work? Like, where, like, you could have got really hurt and, like, you didn't. Z-Bird, you got something?
Yeah, I know exactly what it is. When I was working in industrial gasket and shims, I had just gotten, like, past the forklift test, and they were like, oh, dude, you can drive the forklift. And I'm like, sweet. So I had these, like, sheets of metal, and I was, like, supposed to – or they were sitting on the highest rack. So I had to, like, go over with the forklift, put the forks under, grab the sheet, bring it down. And whenever I got it, it wasn't, like, completely balanced. So this, like, sheet of, like, half-inch steel, which was fucking gigantic, slid off the forks and literally just crushed the whole entire shipping department. Like, it bounced on one thing and crushed, like, the little scale that weighed everything. And, like, people were, like, freaking out, like, oh, my God. The shipping department people actually, I think they lost a day's work. I didn't get sent home. I'm like, dude, I don't know what's going on. That thing, there was oil all over it. And they ended up, like, the guy downstairs got in trouble. They said, like, yeah, that was too greasy. You set the upper with too much grease on it. How's it supposed to stay on it? Meanwhile, I had the thing, like, 3/4 of it on one side, and the other quarter, it just fell right off, dude.
Yeah, I was just saying, you probably had that picked up so fucking crooked. It was crazy. I actually got a forklift story also. I was working with fucking Avalotis. And there was, like, a company, like, safety, like, program going on, but, like, the guys that worked in the shop, like, weren't a part of it. So we were just, like, working regular, but, like, all the main bosses were there, the superintendent, the owner was walking over as, like, this incident happening. So I'm, like, unloading this truck. I got on the forklift. It's me and this other dude. And he needed help. So I hopped off the lift. This lift was, like, old as hell. If you didn't make sure it was, like, all the way pushed in park, like, it wouldn't fucking go in park. So, and then I also still had
a little drift to it.
It had a major drift to it, and I still had the forks up in the air a little bit because I just, like, was gonna hop off real quick and hop back on. So the forks are up in the air. The forklift is behind me, which I think is in park, and I got my back to the forklift, and I'm like unloading this truck, and, like, the gate's down. So I just feel the fork creeping up the back of my leg, pushing me into the bed of the truck while I'm bending and, like, going under, and it was pretty much going to snap me in half. The fucking dude I was working with hopped off the fucking truck and fucking put it in reverse and fucking pretty much saved my leg, maybe my life.
Definitely saved your life.
So,
Definitely saved your life.
And then, like, there was a little bit there wasn't much commotion because, I mean, he was, like, a cold dude. He's like, dude, are you all right? And I'm like, but there was enough where, like, everybody, like, looked over. And, like, the superintendent was, like, looking at me crazy. I was like, no, I give him, like, a thumbs up. Meanwhile, my leg was, like, fuck. But, like, I was smoking tree that week, too, so I definitely wasn't going to pass a drug test. Fucking. So, if you get hurt, you got to go. You got to go piss. So
good old drug test.
And then the owner of the company was coming across the parking lot at the same time. And he was like, what happened? Blah, blah, blah. And he was like, you got to go down. Like, are you all right? And, like, if you just, like, looked at me, it looked like nothing happened. But, like, I could just feel my leg bleeding, like, underneath my fucking thigh. And then
internal damage.
Yeah, and then Yogi's my boss. He comes over, and, well, he's like, and we're like, what? Like, he's like, you all right? And I'm like, dude, I almost fucking killed my. He's like, yeah, I know. Well, he's you want to go to the Med Express? And I was like, no, I'm good. But I had the craziest bruise that I ever had before in my life, dude. It was fucking scary. Like, I was literally the tailgate of the truck was in my chest while the forklift was just pushing underneath my thigh. It was a sticky situation.
Did you need stitches? Like,
no, it was like what ended up being, like, more of, like, a brush burn than, like, anything. It was just, like, I don't know how I did it, but the bruise was insane, and, like, it was almost like turf burn.
Yeah,
that's kind of what it looked like. It was all wet, but it, like, wasn't like gush. It was fucking nasty. It was definitely just like turf burn.
What about you, Rosado? You got anything?
Well, Well, one time I was using a spray truck, and it was old as hell. It was like a 1977, and I pulled the hose all the way back to the backyard. It was on a hill, and unbeknownst to me, the emergency brake didn't work. And when I came back, the truck was up like against a telephone pole, like a tree. But there was like a mirror broke on like the truck, so I just backed it up, pretend like nothing ever happened. Got the hell out of there.
The best is when something like that happens, and there's nobody around to see it, and you're like, "Oh my god, that could have been."
And you pretend like nothing fucking happened, dude.
Like that could have.
Dude,
been
I came out of this backyard
disaster.
like, oh my god,
Yeah.
like this truck could have been rolling down Whiteman Street all the way to CVS, but luckily for me, it caught a telephone pole.
No fucking doubt.
Thank God, right?
Yeah, it would have ripped the hose out of my hand, but.
Dr. Schultz, you got any action for us, dude?
You know what? So I got a crazy story about work. The one time I let this dude, I trusted him to close the fucking thing on the tailgate, and it fell off. And now I have 9.5 toes.
So moving forward. Hey, I hope they drug tested that guy. He shouldn't have been.
No, I'm glad they didn't drug test anybody.
Yeah.
I thought they paid him in drugs.
Yeah, they did.
That's what you get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what exactly. That's exactly what you get.
Dude, money line. Like, we're moving forward now. You found this story today. This is a fucking real gem about Matthew McConaughey saying his dad died when he was ponding his marmot. I know the story. I want to hear you jump in on this.
I mean, not only did he say he died when he was having sex with his mom, he said when he climaxed inside his mother, that's when he decided to die. Like Matthew McConaughey's a weird cat. You know what I mean? Gets naked, plays the bongos. Fucking, he does some weird shit. Doesn't wear deodorant. He's kind of a hippie. I mean, he's the man. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's definitely the man.
But like, why? Like, you couldn't have kept this story in your chamber about your dad, like fucking firing one in your mom and then dying.
Yeah.
What better way to die, though?
If you think
I
about
can think of a million better ways to die.
Jack, here's what I was thinking of. And he went on the story and said it was the best sex his dad ever had.
How does he know that he died afterwards?
I was just going to say that. I was going to say, who gave him this information that even told him? Like, did his mother say, like, listen, he never busted a load like that before, right before he kicked the bucket? Like,
he was smashing this.
His dad didn't tell him that he was having sex with his mom. So his mom had to be the one to tell him, like, how'd he die? And like, we were having sex and he busted a nut and that was it.
Well, Sonny, yeah, Mr. McConaughey was fucking going to Pound Town better than he ever did before. And dude, wonder if his mom finished like after he died. Wonder if like she kept it going for a little bit.
She faked it.
Well, no, I mean like
rigor mortis makes you stiff as a board, dude. She was like, "Oh, I'm coming."
If he kicked the bucket and she was close, I mean, she probably finished up, right? Yeah, you gotta finish up.
She flicked her bean. She might have flicked her own bean a little bit.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
But dude, yeah, it's a pretty crazy story, dude. Speaking of crazy, Jack, who's the craziest person in the news right now?
I mean, Britney Spears is fucking. I don't know. I mean, I just feel like not so long ago, Britney Spears like had like a major show in Vegas and was making like a ton of money. They must have just like kept her doped up like one of those tigers that you take a picture with, like in fucking Jamaica.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, or wherever. Like fucking, they just give the tiger heroin all day and fucking it doesn't attack anybody because it's too fucked up. Like that's what they must have like kept Britney Spears in a room, and then when it was showtime, like gave her a little upper, like all right, Britney, go, like just twirled her up, let her go do her fucking same show she does 3-4 times a fucking week, and then go out there and come back. But she's on Instagram and she is fucking batshit. She taught everybody like it's fucking October. She had a fucking, I don't know where she's at. She's probably in like Florida or some shit. But she's like, all right, when you're going to the beach, you're gonna need 5 things, and like talking like it was like a kid's show.
Yeah.
And she like named like fucking oil, a beach towel, suntan lotion, and
water.
Like, water, which we definitely need water. Thanks, Brittany. Like. But she's putting some wild ass videos out there, and like,
dude, she's country as fuck, bro. She was like, "Y'all gonna need some water."
But in that video, though, she like opposed to country, she looked a lot more methadone. You know what I mean? Like she's a little bit country, but she's a lot of bit methadone.
Highly medicated.
She had those dark circles on her eyes of someone that like hasn't slept in days, and they were just speaking gibberish. And like I'm just like looking at her like, dude, who's letting her get on camera to do this? Like, I mean, dude, at one time she was smoking hot. She still could put herself. She could still put herself together and be pretty attractive with the right makeup person in that.
Yeah,
and like,
maybe.
dude, she's just a fucking train wreck, and they're letting her make these videos. It's like,
well, they're not like so she doesn't have control of her own like money and like fucking. She's not her own like power of attorney. Her dad is.
That's true.
And she's trying.
Yeah, she's like an what they call it, a trusteeship or some fucking shit.
Yeah, something like that. But they're trying to. She's trying to like get that broken so she can like get her cake. I feel like she's been locked up like in this house, and they're just like, all right, we'll give you a fucking cell phone. Just do whatever
she's
you want
obviously
on Instagram.
fucking nuts.
Yeah, she's batshit crazy.
Yeah, obviously she's fucking crazy as hell.
Man, but she was something back in the day.
Oh, dude, oops, I did it again. Smoking hot.
But imagine like being her, and like you're going from. I mean, imagine what she has to be going through mentally. Like you were like basically I would say probably at one time the most recognizable name in the world.
Yeah, you were fucking dating Justin Timberlake, like
Top of the world.
wearing matching denim outfits together. Like,
yeah, it don't get much better than that.
She had nothing. There was nowhere for her to go but down.
That's true.
Like, I don't know how
she
far
sunk like a brick.
she made. Yeah, she did. That's what I was about to say. If she makes it to 2022, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, I mean, but you like it was weird because you started looking at the company she was keeping, and like I'm not blaming these people. It seems like everyone that gets around Paris Hilton, fucking downward spiral, dude. Just a spiral squad. Like no one around her. She doesn't have like highly elevated friends. It's like celebrities start hanging out with her. Next thing you know, they're in rehab. I mean, that's like the story of like Paris Hilton's friends.
Except Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, Paris Hilton seems to be doing fine. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm saying the people around her. I mean, if you could tell me, I mean, Lindsay Lohan's a fucking mess. That other chick, Nicole, that she was always with.
Lindsay Lohan used to be so fucking hot.
Right,
dude.
but I'm saying like the people that's around. Kim Kardashian got the fuck away from.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Kim,
I'm trying to blame this all on Paris.
Yeah, you really.
Yeah, dude, you seem like you got a vendetta, cuz. What's up?
What's she ever do to you?
That's what I was thinking. Like, where are you getting all this Paris Hilton information?
All this hate. Where's all this hate coming from?
I haven't seen Paris Hilton in the fucking news since 2005. But let's go to a break, Z-Bird.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back with more Greenfield's Finest podcast.
Are you sick and tired of partying with the same old, and getting the old, boring results? Looking for something maybe different? You need to try Espolon Tequila. 2 shots for a good time, 3 shots you might go get a package, and 4 shots you and your friends are getting on a plane to Vegas. Espolon Tequila, the official tequila of Greenfield's Finest podcast. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're like me, you probably have appliances in your house. TVs, ovens, dishwashers, microwaves, all types of stuff. That shit's going to break. And when it does, make sure you call Primetime Appliance, 412-896-1395. They deal with all insurance and warranty companies. They do all the work. All you have to do is call 412-896-1395. Primetime Appliance. Give them a call. If you're having lawn problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems and the grub ain't one. It's 2020. Time to get your motherfucking lawn right. If it ain't tight, it ain't right. You best call Rosado and Sons. 412-521-9045. 412-521-9045. And get your motherfucking lawn right. Man, the other day I went to the hunting supply store and I got a cooter detector and it goes beep, beep, beep. And I'm driving through the south side. Next thing I know, that thing starts going off like crazy. Beep, 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 beep. It took me right into 12 Whiskey Barbecue at 1222 East Carson Street. Man, that cooter detector is the best thing I ever bought. I ain't never seen so much cooter in my life. When I went in there, I couldn't believe my eyes. I never seen so much cooter. I went in there for the cooter, but then I looked at the menu and the food was delicious. Some of the best barbecue in the burg. Not only that, they had every drink I could ever think of. So 12 Whiskey Barbecues filled with cooter, barbecue, and good drinks at 1222 East Carson Street. Make sure you stop down if you like cooter, barbecue, and drinks. 10-4.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Just a quick reminder, if you could please help us out and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got a bunch of stuff coming up on YouTube, all of our episodes plus cartoon animations, and we're going to be doing other stuff in the next coming weeks. So make sure you subscribe. If you could help us out and pass the word around, it would really help. Also, we want to say happy 40th birthday to our buddy Michka. Happy birthday, Michka.
Happy birthday, Beezer.
Beezer, happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday, Mikhail.
And in honor of Mikhail, we're going to do Corn Dick of the Week because he's the Corn Dick of the fucking past 40 years. So,
That's fucked up.
So Jack sent me this story. It's about this dude,
know,
Jeffrey.
I love a good jerk off story.
You're right. So what the
does?
story is, I'm going to throw it to Jack, but it's a dude from CNN, Jeffrey Toobin. They were on a Zoom call, basically what we're on right now, and this dude just started hammering himself. I don't know what possessed him to do that, but I'm going to throw it to Moneyline
With
Welch.
I think he got, what I was reading, Toobin got a little too cocky. He was like on multiple Zoom calls, and I think he was trying to, which I don't know, we had enough trouble just getting on fucking here.
Right.
And like he's an older cat, so I think he just got a little too cocky with the Zoom trying to go in and out. And he was about to be on a work Zoom. He was obviously still on. He thought he was on a personal Zoom going to Hammertown with somebody else, which is like, I mean, good for him. It's in the middle of the day. You're going to fucking Pound Town to it USA on your computer. Fucking, there's worse things you could be doing. But he actually did it in his work meeting, and his colleagues saw him going to town on himself, which is not a great look.
Was he under the table when he was just like this, or did they see his meat musket in his hand?
I think they saw it all. I think because if you're doing it, you want to show off what you're doing. You know what I mean? This is a visual thing we got going on here. What's the point of fucking not showing
fans, girl? You can show her.
Not showing at all if you're on the Zoom. So he got suspended. I don't know, man. Like, that was an accident. If he was a creep, fucking, he almost should be a brother in arms and not Corn Dick of the Week. I was gonna switch him up, but fucking, if accidents happen, man, he made a mistake. Give him a 2-week suspension, and he has to just lean into it. Like, yeah, man, I was jerking off on the wrong Zoom call. Like about it. I did my 2 weeks.
Got my Zoom calls mixed up.
Let's move on here. We got an election.
The thing, don't you think someone should have mentioned it because they let it go on? Someone should if put it this way, if
how
Shirley
long did it
starts
go
jerking
on?
off, from what I understand, he blew a nut.
Maybe they were trying to say something, and he just had that other screen just up, and he wasn't even focusing on them yet. I mean, who knows? Like I said, we barely know how to work this shit. So
off on the one
I'm sure he thought he thought himself. If Shirley wants to start jerking off right now, he can do start to finish. Whatever, it's up to him. He's a grown up.
It would be an accident, though. You know what I mean? I'm putting this out there for the world.
Yeah.
From what I hear, this guy was jacking off, right? And then he put his camera down to take it off him, but he zoomed in right on his fucking meat musket, and he's hammering himself, and they're just looking directly at his dick. And he thought it was the video was muted, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean,
dude,
you can't jerk off in front of your colleagues in 2020. I mean, if we were talking like the Mad Men days, like those guys could jerk off in front of people, and that was no big deal. But I mean,
that was no Zoom call. They just walked into their secretary's office.
They drank a half a bottle of whiskey before lunch. But yeah, that is definitely a no-no in 2000. Pretty much all through the 2000s, no jerking off in front of your colleagues.
Dude,
it's weird, right?
Jerking off do you think's going on in these high school Zoom classes? Do you think dudes are just firing off?
I mean, I mean, it depends. If you're talking about 8th, 9th grade when jerking off is a sport, pretty much.
Or 10th, 11th.
Yeah, right. 38, 35. I mean, dudes are definitely there's definitely bets out there. Man, I bet you I got two off the wrist during English class. You know what I mean? Fucking. I don't know. I know how sick our friends were. I could definitely see us having some type of crazy competition. But is that worth the risk of having to call your parents or them or your parents coming into your room and they think you're on Zoom class and you're going to Pound Town during fucking social studies? What a stupid class social studies was.
Oh, dude.
That's what I mean. You get bored.
Yeah.
You know.
If your teacher's a fucking straight smoke show, she's wearing something revealing, dude, might get the motor running a little bit.
I mean, just thinking about it right now, it's getting the motor running.
Yeah, I'm about to put these off right now.
All Rice didn't have any smoke show teachers. The best looking teacher was Miss Passetti, and we all seen her get slapped in the hallway by a drug dealer.
You were way, way off. There was one smoke show, and her name was Miss Freed, and I talked about her on this program before.
Was she new after we graduated?
No, Miss Freed was there, I think, your senior year. Or, well, you know what? Yeah, it might have been my senior year. So, yeah. You guys didn't have her. Miss Freed was probably like 26, 27, and like she was a rocket. She was a rocket for a long time.
I missed out.
Yeah, you did. She thought I was so cool and funny.
Did she ever stop on Orchie's? Did you ever catch her on Orchie's?
No, I've caught her everywhere else though. She was on. No, I mean, I know what you guys are laughing at. I wish I could confirm that one. That never happened. But no, she used to be out. She used to be at Esport all the time. She was cool, man. Definitely. But yeah, besides that, I can't even think of like a hot teacher at Alder Rice. Barely any hot students.
I mean, there were some hot chicks at Alder Rice.
Yeah. We don't hang out with the Ellis chicks, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right. The three Ellis chicks you hung out with, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was cultured. I got around different schools.
You were shady is what you were. You didn't invite them.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to pick and choose your battles of who you tell them what you're doing, John.
I hear you.
I don't blame you there.
Yeah.
You didn't want Guy there climbing up their deck in the middle of the party and
stealing their parents' traveler's checks. Oh, fuck.
Good times.
But staying with the school topic, our brother in arms this week, he's a superintendent, and he said that his school, no matter what, will still have snow days.
He called him a magical day that he would not take away from the children. And
I liked it.
And he's absolutely right. That fucking that when I heard about the no snow days and I was like, man, that is fucking jive. That is
jive.
That is, you can't take that away from kids. Imagine getting up and it's snowing outside and you're sitting here fucking in social studies for fucking an hour. Dude, I'm ready to lose my mind. There's all kinds of money to be made, sleds to be rode.
Yeah.
Snowballs to throw off the bridge.
Yeah, you don't need to be jerking off in social studies class.
That's the day you actually get out there and do something.
Yeah.
I think for us, growing up, our generation of kids, dudes were constantly shoveling snow. Dude, I mean, that was your income for the winter. And then everyone was sled riding. I mean, it was just,
you know what I hated? You know what I fucking hated? When there was a certain age you could shovel snow to. It's fucking from 10 to I don't know,
40?
17. And the old dudes that used to have cars and get out and shovel snow. I'm dude, you're 30 fucking 5 years old and you're just taking my walks. Get the fuck out of here. Get a job, you fucking losers.
Dude, I got a great story about that. Whenever I had by my house, I had a little route. I walked up to this lady's house who I did every time. And Chops is up at her front door.
Dude, that's exactly who I was thinking of, but I didn't want to fucking say his name.
So Chops is there, and Chops goes, I hear them talking, and he's like, no, Mike sent me. I'm like, wait, what's going on? And he was like, yeah, remember, dude, you told me. I'm like, dude, what the fuck's going on? I'm like, no, dude, this is my walk. He had this lady convinced that I sent him up there to go shovel her walk. She was like, oh, no, Mike. And then Chops being a bigger dude, he's like, dude, why don't we go shovel together? And I got suckered into it, and I split everything with him. Yeah, he produced nothing that he had no houses.
Yeah, dude. I mean, to walk around Greenfield and shovel snow, there's a lot of hills you got to navigate. It's a fucking long day. Chops ain't getting up and down those hills in the snow.
And I had Bigelow Heights. I had 6 houses, which was good enough. I did those 6, and I usually make close to $100, and I was happy with that. But when I got to split it with Chops, it's I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
that's funny. He went to your house to undercut you,
dude. They tried to undercut me. My aunt Jeannie's the one day. Dude, they tried to tell my aunt was oh, Jack's sick today, and my aunt called down my house dude, are you coming up to shovel this walk? I'm like, dude, I'm walking out now, and there's just older kids up there trying to fucking take my fucking route. Get out of here, you fucking losers. Go get a fucking job. You're fucking 32.
But yeah, that definitely went away the older we got. That definitely I gotta admit, even myself, like when I was on the drugs, I shoveled some sidewalks up in Spur Hill. I'm not even gonna lie, you know. Even when I was off the
I think
drugs,
I seen you up there the one day.
Well, Square Hole, you didn't see like Square Hole, they get it professionally done. You really didn't see too many kids up there shoveling snow. That was like, you know what I mean? That was more, I mean, Johnny, you know, you got a million walks.
Yeah, there's still a couple. Is there
kids up there fucking doing it?
There's people that will walk it. There's like they said, there'll be some 30-some-year-olds walking with their shovel and a broom.
When you see some like non-professional snow shovelers, you just look at them like, get these fucking amateurs out of here.
They got these tiny little shovels like they got
fucking gonna crack in half.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, like I almost wanted to give the one guy one of my
getting salt out of the fucking city salt box, and it's one giant piece of frozen fucking salt.
Dude, I didn't even know the city did that till I started hanging out with Mike, and he was like, dude,
they don't
you
anymore.
get salt out of the salt box. They don't have that in Squirrel Hill.
No, I don't think they have them I don't think they have them in the city anymore. But yeah, I mean, that used to be it was literally one giant rock of salt. They didn't break it up at all. It was impossible to get unless you got there like the second they dumped it in.
It turned into concrete.
Yeah, I don't even think they ever they were just like dumping like rocks of salt in there and like not breaking it up.
Well, it would get wet and it would stick together, and then like, you know, I mean, you go. So, some salt bins were always empty, like because there was dudes that had companies that would come empty them out. It was nuts.
or there was dudes that would come down there with like a 5-gallon bucket and just shovel it in and take it to their house and do their sidewalk and their neighbor's sidewalk like they're a good Samaritan. They just stole that shit from the city.
I think he said like a fucking major scheme, like how we were going to steal all the salt and like resell it to like the people like door to door in Mariana. I don't think it ever panned out though. Like, we didn't run the numbers on that one, and it was just a big waste of a day or some shit.
So you went around collecting like
I don't think we ever did it. I think we fucking it was like one of our like schemes. We were gonna pull one of our capers that we like never pulled off, like stealing all the salt, rebagging it, and then going door to door. Like, but think about if you don't have salt and some kid fucking is gonna sell you a bag of salt and shovel your fucking shovel your walk, you're like, here's $20, kid. You know what I mean? Fucking, now you gotta get some leftover salt for later. My walk shoveled. That's all day.
Right.
Yeah, if you're coming with salt, you're like
lugging the salt around, you know what I mean, in a wagon or whatever the fuck we had. That's the problem we probably would have ran into.
Yeah, but you definitely can't get rid of snow days. I mean, too many good memories. Snow days are just the best.
Yeah, I mean, I know we talked about snow day a lot a couple weeks ago, but I mean, this guy just fucking putting his fucking neck out there for snow days. We had to give him a shout out. Yeah.
Yeah, not all heroes wear capes.
No.
So
speaking of heroes.
Yeah. So this next guy, I don't know. Most of you, we're gonna put the clip up. You'll see it during the video. But over in Moon Township, there was an alleged. Now I'm just saying an alleged home invasion. And
the guy didn't look like a criminal to me.
No. No, not at all. And then, so this dude, he's coming out of the police station, and you hear the camera lady, the reporter, like narrating, like, "Oh, he's coming out of the station." And then she goes up to him. She goes, "Sir, can you tell us about the home invasion?" And he goes, "I don't know nothing about the home invasion." And she goes, "You weren't involved with the home invasion?" And then he goes like this, and he goes, "Suck my dick from the back, bitch," on the news. And I'm like, what the fuck?
That's actually a pretty good line. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Again, not sure right now if the suspects will be coming out. If you could hold on to this shot right now, it looks like that is possible. If we could just hang on 1 second. Again, suspects coming out. Not sure if they are related to the home invasion. Going to walk up right now. Hi, what do you have to say about the home invasion?
I wasn't in no home invasion. Suck my dick from the back.
Okay, we're gonna get more information. Obviously, this.
Yeah, if you get 10 seconds on the news and suck my dick from the back, this is like what you come up with. Like,
that's pretty creative.
Like, yeah, start writing some jokes down in jail, buddy, because you might have a future once you get out of it. Because that is some on the spot thinking. If I was a cop and like that, I was just like walking that dude to the fucking police car, and he told the reporter to suck his dick from the back, I was like, oh man, that's pretty good, buddy. Like, I mean, how don't you laugh right in their fucking face?
Right.
Even if I'm the reporter, like fucking, like, whoa, like, what do you want to say about this home invasion? Like, suck my dick from the back. Like, all right, well, nothing you.
She had to know what she was walking into. I seen the video. The dude looked like he was ready to heckle.
Yeah, he looked. Yeah, I mean, he was a showman. He came out fucking walking tall, just
Right.
fucking ready
He
to
wasn't
roll.
hiding his head or nothing. He was just looking like,
It was suck my.
He was definitely catching some flack, but she probably was ready for it.
I was like trying to think earlier, like what I would say if I had like 5 seconds, like on camera, and I couldn't think of anything to top that.
What's that one?
That's pretty good.
What's that one scene like where the one chick was doing a report and the one dude ran by and he said something like "fuck her in the pussy"?
Yeah,
Like,
fuck her right in the pussy.
Yeah, that was a pretty good 5 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, then he went super viral. Then like there was all those fucking other people doing it. So I mean, that was pretty awesome.
The copycats.
See,
Yeah.
like what a better time to be alive a couple years ago when like dudes were just running around screaming in cameras, "Fuck her right in the pussy," and like fucking and like that was like a news story. Now we're dealing every day fucking some other nightmares coming up. I need to go back to that time when it's a big deal. Some dude yelling in the camera, "Fuck him right in the pussy."
Yeah, like yeah.
That's the normal I want to get back to.
I don't know if we'll ever get there.
No, I feel like if you run up into a camera now, you're gonna get too close to people. If you're saying some shit like that, you're probably gonna go to jail for a little bit.
Yeah, people like continuously walk around me like in the middle of the street. So like if I'm on the sidewalk, like to not come in with 10 feet of me, it's kind of like boggles my mind. Like you got a mask on, brother. Like what do you think's gonna happen, my man?
What I don't understand is the news has to be on some sort of tape delay, and like I don't know how they let that one slip through. Like,
No, there's, I mean, live's live, man. For some of that shit, like after like a Steeler game and stuff like that, when they go right to the stadium, or like when they're fucking some asshole standing out in a tornado, like that's when that shit happens. It's usually like after like a sporting event or like after a concert, and like oh, live from Heinz Field, the Steelers been bought, and then you just get some crazy person, fuck her right in the pussy, and then the reporter always go like, okay, moving on, back to you, Frank. Speaking of the news, did you guys see Twitter yet last night?
oh,
The one and only Bob Pompeani has said he will come on Greenfield's Finest podcast.
What?
yes.
That's
You know, I'm a close personal friend of people.
I know.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
That's my guy.
Dude, well, hit him up then and fucking he said on Twitter, let's do it. So
Truly, you got to get a Twitter now.
Oh, now I'm in. I don't even need a Twitter. I can get a hold of Beat Pump through side channels. You know what I mean? That's my guy. Dude. You don't understand
a
that?
third party will get you hooked.
Yeah, I know this guy, dude. He's a fucking legend.
Well, he wants to come on, so we just got to figure out. We got to reach
Oh,
out
dude.
and try to figure out
Leave the deets to me.
Yeah.
I got this.
So like, I can only talk to Bobby. Like, we'll have to be like, I don't know.
His name is Beat Pump.
I don't know what we can talk about. B Pump about. I don't really care about a sports opinions. I don't care about anybody's sports opinions. I want to learn more about him as a person. Like Pump.
He's a legend.
Yeah, I know. I've had
He's not gonna let out those secrets.
I know that's what sucks. Like Pomp, like let's go story for story. I'll tell my worst and you tell your worst, and let's see where the fuck we land. We'll be here for fucking hours.
We have to do that off the air. He's not gonna sanction that.
I know. We'll have to
He's
talk.
a gentleman.
We'll have to talk about the Penguins and if they're going to get a forward. Are there forwards in hockey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to talk about the whippeal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, Pomp, we want to know what you do when you go out of the country.
Yeah.
Or you're in Naples, Florida.
Pomp,
Yeah.
I want to know what kind of underpants you wear.
None.
Yeah.
He's like, does this thing look like it can fit in that? You know what I mean? He's big dicking it all day, dude.
Oh, dude, swinging.
Pomp
Dude,
got
if
a
we-
hashtag hammercock.
Dude, he probably got his fucking pubes scissor cut, like all fresh.
He manscapes, 100%.
No, he
That's a
definitely
scissor
manscapes.
That's a scissor cut for sure, though.
He goes to a
Little bit of
salon
gel.
to get his nuts fucking trimmed.
He
We
uses
should-
the-
in hindsight, I shouldn't have brought this up because if Pomp does some research to see what he's getting into and he comes across this, he's probably not going to come on.
Wait, Jack,
Pomp
did I
did
not did I not tell you that I know him? He's my guy.
Dude, so if we get Pomp on, and then we can literally get anybody in Pittsburgh, like that's Pittsburgh famous, or Pittsburgh famous, like, you know what I mean, or like works for a radio station, anybody, because they're like, Bob Pomp's like, he's number one. So
Number
like,
one.
and they're
Number
like,
one
dude,
by far,
if Pompin' ain't easy, gonna do it.
Pumping ain't easy. Did you just say pumping ain't
Yeah,
easy?
that's his
Surely
hashtag.
that's
why you gotta get on
popular.
Twitter.
That's his
Yeah.
hashtag on Twitter.
We
Oh,
always
I didn't
tweet
know that.
He'll
I'm
send
sorry,
it-
I'm not on Twitter.
He'll send a tweet and he'll be like, Pompin' ain't easy. I can't get underneath it.
People go nuts for it.
Dude, I
Yeah.
go
You need to
nuts
get on
for it.
Twitter, get off Facebook.
Yeah, you really do.
All right,
but
dude. I just got on Facebook like last year, dude. Let me work
Baby
my
steps.
way into it.
But yeah, if they'll look and see, like, dude, Pomp did fucking Greenfield on his podcast. Like, fucking, I don't understand why Mark Cuban wouldn't be next.
Yeah.
If we hit up the Cubes, like, dude, we had B Pomp on here last week. He'd be like, oh, Pomp did it. Like, I'll definitely fucking
Of course
come on,
I'll do it,
Yeah.
They'll be lining
Like,
up, cuz.
take it easy, Mark. The Pomp's this week, and if he wants to
Yeah.
come back, he's
Hey.
next week. We'll see when we can get you in.
Don't call us. We'll call you.
Be like, have you ever heard of Carlos McClintock, Greater Pittree Service? Does that ring a bell? Yeah, he was here, episode 2. I mean, I'm just saying.
So that fucking so that's exciting. That'd be a major guest for us.
That was pretty cool last night, though. Jackie pointed. That was fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
I wish it wasn't so fucking late, or like I wish I didn't go to bed at fucking 9:00 at night. I would have been like engaged more, but I was like asleep and I just like liked it. But we'll revisit that.
Yeah,
we'll
we're
hit
gonna
that up
get
tonight.
Yeah, we have to talk about this.
So, yeah, dude. So we're gonna bust out a relationship story. Moneyline, I'm gonna throw it to you. It's a story about the dude pissing in the closet.
It's not even a relationship story. A fucking guy pissed in a fucking closet and his girlfriend's being a bitch about it.
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
it's just
Like, dude, get a new girlfriend. If she's like mad you peed on her fucking shoes, like, listen, if you're gonna be in a long committed relationship, you're gonna have to deal with some piss.
yeah,
There's piss is gonna come one way or another. Like,
100%.
If you drink, there's gonna be a night where there's some
pee.
some piss is gonna end up where it shouldn't be on both ends. Like, girls piss the bed, guys piss the bed, girls get up and pee in places. Fucking shit happens. Like, be happy it's not shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, fucking, I could.
I know.
Just be happy it's not shit. Fuck.
Where'd he go?
Where'd you go, Jack?
He shit it out on us.
He just thought about it. He got to change.
He might drop the shit out of us right now.
But I mean, dude, honestly, if you got a chick like that and like she's getting that fucking fired up about a dude pissing in the closet. Like, he didn't piss on her, he didn't piss on the bed, he pissed in the closet, which is easily clean upable. You know what I mean?
Listen, if Rosa divorced me for every time I peed in a place I wasn't supposed to pee, dude, I'd have been divorced like 25 years ago, dude. I've been married for 10.
Did you ever piss the bed with you and Rose in it?
No,
Truthfully.
not with Rosa in it. No, I got a good one though. So the one time I'm at a wedding in like central Pennsylvania, schmammered, obviously schmammered.
What's up?
Hey Jack, you back, cuz? You're right. You're about to get a great story. So I'm schmammered. I wake up and like I'm like daydreaming or something, dude. I walk in. You know, hotels have like the sink and everything, and then the bathroom, like the toilet's in the next room over.
Yeah.
So I opened the door, dude. I'm about 3 feet from the toilet, and I just pissed all over the floor, dude. Just pissed on the floor, right? And then instead of going back in bed, I like opened the door like to leave the fucking hotel. Rose like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "I shamalagala shamanimi." She had like guide me back to bed. She's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I'm like, "I don't know. I have no idea, you know." But, you know, piss stories, that happens. You pee wherever you got to pee, dude.
Z-Bird, back in your drinking days, you ever pissed the bed?
Yeah, a couple thousand times. And I remember like I got like two really funny. I mean, the first time I pissed, it was me and Christina Verratti. She slept over my house, woke up, knew I pissed my pants, and immediately like started calling her friends and telling them. And I grabbed the phone because I'm like half awake, like hungover, like laying there. I hear her telling Alessia, like, I can't believe it. I grabbed the phone and fucking hung it up. I'm like, don't be telling all your friends you pissed. Are you breaking up with me? She was like, no. I was like, well, then you're going to be known as the girl who dates the guy that pissed on her. Like, just knock it off. Like, you know what I mean? I pissed on the couch. It's my couch. It'll stay there, and they'll be pissed on it. I don't care. It's no big deal.
We were so young at that point. That was like a big, like, still like kind of a big deal. Once you got into like 22, 23, like, I mean, I was like, all right, like, was that me or you?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, I've never been pissed on, but I've definitely passed the buck. I've definitely
You've been the
I don't know what
pissy.
you do. I'm like, I don't know what happened. Well, you were drinking last night too.
Yeah, you had a few White Zinfandels.
Yeah, you know, you drink a half a box of wine. Yeah, I mean,
This dude just needs to get another girlfriend. Like, if you're
Obviously
going to be a C word about you pissing in a closet, she's going to be a C word about fucking everything for the rest of her life. So get out while you can.
right. Wait till he does something big. I mean, this is just something that happens. Wait till something shit really hits the fan.
Yeah,
she might try to fucking kill him.
All their credit cards and like has a second family. Then you like that.
Right.
Yeah, you dump her quick.
That's the test. That's the Michael Zidell test.
Yeah.
See if she breaks up with you.
You pissed the bed hard.
Well, all right, everybody. We're going to take a quick commercial break and be right back with more.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I don't know if you've ever had a problem like me, but if you've ever stuck your dick in a light socket, you're probably going to need an electrician. Well, good thing Greenfield's Finest Podcast has Plug Electric as our official electricians of the Greenfield Finest Podcast. If you're looking for a good electrician, contact Plug Electric. Ask for Vance Hall. Phone number 412-298-6770. That's 412-298-6770. And stop sticking your dick in the light socket. Hey, if you're looking for a fun night out in the South Side and you don't want to get punched in the face, check out Finn McCool's at 1501 Carson Street. Go there, have a good time, and don't get punched in the face. Finn McCool's, 1501 Carson Street, and tell them Z-Bird sent you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're like me, we got the same thing in common. We're going to die. I don't want to leave my loved ones with a bunch of bills and debt, and then all they do is talk shit about me when I'm dead. I needed to make sure I had life insurance. Make sure you call Roman Financial Group and Carmen Mercurio at 412-862-5511. Carmen will get you all set up so your family doesn't hate you when you die. Are you in the market right now for buying a house? Maybe in the market for selling a house. Have you heard about Carlson & Associates Real Estate Services? If you haven't, maybe you should check them out. They're located right here locally in Pittsburgh at 106 South 18th Street in Southside. A lot of people think that they only service the Southside, but that's not true. They handle all the Pittsburgh area, and they also handle property management too. So if you're looking for a good real estate company that's locally owned and locally ran, call Carlson & Associates Real Estate Services at 412-431-1718. That's 412-431-1718, and tell them Z-Bird sent you.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Recently, we've been sending out some feelers. We've been trying to get questions from all of our listeners. We've been getting a lot of good questions. And Sean Cannell sent us one. He said, do you guys have any good stories about my dad or my brother that you guys remember? His dad and his brother are no longer with us. But the first thing that came to our minds was Moneyline has a great story about Cannell's dad. And I'm going to throw out the Moneyline right now.
Yeah, so Mr. Cannell worked up the coop for a long time, from what I can remember.
What's the coop so they know?
Yeah, I mean the coops is one of the biggest dive bar in Greenfield. I would describe it when it was open.
Yeah.
I mean, it was your typical dive bar. I never really thought I'd see any. So anyway, so we needed 40s. We were getting desperate. We were probably 16, 17 years old, and we had some chicks lined up, and I was like, "Fuck it, dude! I'm going in the coop." I was like fucking McLovin on Superbad. Fuck it. We need this fucking beer. I'm going to get. This
doing it.
We just had a tough ass CYO game. We fucking fought Bloomfield again. We need some fucking 40s, dude. So I go in, and Mr. Cannell, who lived right by me growing up, was a bartender, and I was like, oh, fuck. And I didn't know what to do. And he was like, Jack, what's up, buddy? How are you? And I was like, hey, Mr. Cannell, how are you? What do you need? And I was like, I need fucking 8 Bud Ice 40s. He's like, no problem. What, are you, he asked me if I was going to hang out with Tommy. which is his older brother. So I was Sean Cannell's age. His older brother was a few years older than us. Then they were like 21. And fucking, he got me confused as Tommy's friend. So Mr. Cannell served me 40s from the time I was like 16 until I turned 21. And the coop was like a dive bar, and I would like run into parents that like shouldn't have been there, and like they knew I shouldn't have been there. So we would just like look at each other like, I know I'm not supposed to be here, but I know you're definitely not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
So fucking, if you snitch to my parents, I'm telling your fucking wife. Kick your fucking ass. So the coop was like a fucking, it was just one of those places. It was a fucking, everybody minded their own business. No one bothered each other. I would go get fucking a case of 40s a night. Once it gets the word out that you could get some beer,
You're the man.
you're just running all the time. So, but yeah, that was Mr. Cannell thought I was Tommy Cannell's age, and I was definitely not. But thank God, because I got 40s for fucking from the age like 17 on. With the shit.
A funny thing about that is like someone was like talking about this when you were telling a story or whatever before, but like the way that we used to get beer before like any of us could get beer was we literally would stand in front of Pickles until someone would come up and get us beer, and we might stand there sometimes for 5 minutes, sometimes for like 2 hours. But I was like always that kid that was outside of Pickles, like waiting to get more beer. And like I don't think it'll ever be like that again.
Dude, Z-Bird wouldn't give up. I'd be ready to give up. Z-Bird would not give up. He'd like find like the one guy, like maybe Bergstein would walk by and they, you know.
Bergstein was great for that.
Yeah, he'd come out with like 12 40s. Like as soon as you could get him, like give me an extra one.
Yeah, I need 17 old E's.
Our biggest problem was we used to stand by the fucking on the corner. We're like 10 deep.
Yeah.
Listen, dude, nobody is pulling over for us. Fucking, no one wants to buy 22 40s. Like, half of us want to fall back. But then if you were like in the fallback crew, you were like, no way, like you were gonna get your 40. So you had to stay close, man. It was fucking tough. But yeah, I got lucky as fuck.
Dude, then Z-Bird turned into a businessman. Instead of like waiting outside, he got like dudes go to Save-More and he would just buy cases of 40s. And then
Yo, brew.
His house. Yo, brew.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yo, bro.
It was weird because I had like 36 40s in my fridge, and my mom like opened it up one day, like, "What's this?" She's like, "You can't put this in here." And I'm like, "There's no food in there.
Yeah.
At least there's beer."
Yeah, he slapped her hands like, hands off the merchandise.
Yeah, no freebies, Ma.
You got $3?
But
They
yeah,
weren't
dude,
free. We were getting people. You were getting $4 or $5. Score Hill kids.
You got to upcharge him a little bit.
yeah. I
You gotta eat.
There was some cases of oldie ice, and they used to come not in 6-pack rings, but in 4-pack rings. And I would sell the 4-packs for $5. I never really made any money. I just always had alcohol, and I was an alcoholic, so it worked out perfect. But like, it wasn't like a great business. It got me through school or nothing like that. I think I probably profited like $3 a weekend after I got done drinking. But it was nice to have.
Dude, the best thing was you didn't have to stand outside of Pickles though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we just had.
Dude, that was the worst. And
house.
everybody's fucking
Perfect.
parents knew what we were fucking doing because it was right on the Ave. My uncle would pull up like, "What the fuck? There's like 15 of you out here trying to get beer." I'm like, "No, we're just hanging out."
Oh, dude. We had another question. It was from Chris Conacella. He asked us like to talk about like stuff we remember from Devil's Night, and this like story popped in my head right away. Like it was my first Devil's Night out, and I remember it was like a big deal. I was 12 years old, and like we were gonna go egg houses. That's what I thought. And like I remember I was like dressed in all black. I was getting ready to leave. My mom was like laughing at me because I had like eggs in a bag, and she like thought it was cute. And so Davis and Kitschy called me, and they're like, "Meet us up the fort. Yeah, don't come down to our house," because Davis and Kitschy used to live right by each other. They're like, "Don't come down here. Just meet us up the fort." So I'm like, I thought that was weird, but I'm like, whatever. They're like, we don't want our parents to think anything's going on. So I go into the fort, and I have like at the time, I don't remember if it was a blue bag or what, but I had a bag with probably like a half dozen eggs in it. And I was like, I thought I was set for the night. Well, Kitschy and Davis were playing a joke on me and ambushed me with eggs in the woods. And what happened was Kitschy took these eggs from his mom's house, and they were hard boiled. And I got hit in the fucking eye with a hard boiled egg, and I literally like went down. and I started like shedding tears. And they like Davis, I think, threw a little bit of dirt on me, and I got up, and I just like it's like that moment when you're like 12 and like something like that happens, and you're just like, I got to kill these dudes. Like even though they'll beat me up, like I got to figure out a way to kill these dudes.
You start
So
like
I'm like
hyperventilating and shit. You're so
I'm like I
You're,
can't believe they
crying,
fucking did this to me. And when you're 12, that's like the biggest deal in the world because you know that they're going to tell everyone about it the next day or that night. And I just like felt like left out of everything, and I just like hated life. Well, Davis's brother Bob, who was like the man when we were younger, like Bob Davis was the fucking man. And he starts driving up Bigelow Street. I'm leaving the Ford. I got dirt on me. My fucking eyes swollen from getting hit with a hard-boiled egg. I think like I had like egg. I had like shell like remnants all over me. And he's like, "Where you come from?" I'm like, he's like, "Dude, why don't you come with us?" And it was the Central dudes, and like those dudes were maniacs. Like that dude Max he used to hang out with, and all them like older Central dudes. They were nuts, and they were like going out to. They were gonna go break mailboxes with baseball bats far away. Like I can't remember where it was. I was so young.
Cars.
Yeah, so they were like, "Let's go. We're gonna go drive." And I remember like they made me do it, and like I was like kind of scared to do it, and they were like, "Just fucking hit it." And like I just remember like smashing it with a baseball bat, and it felt great. And we were having like I was having like the best night of my life because when you were like 12, you got to hang out with 16-year-olds. It was the best time ever. So we're coming back, and they had a BB gun in the car because they were doing a lot of shit. And Davis and Kitschy are coming down the avenue. And Bobby just opens fire on him with this assault rifle, BB rifle, and just plucked Kitschy and Davis like 7 times. The next day I go to school. Davis never knew I was with his brother. He never knew that I was with his brother. The next day I go to school, and Davis had welt marks all up and down his arm from getting plucked with it. And then he still had one of the BBs lodged in his arm. And I was like, it was just like the best feeling ever. Because he was like sitting in school. He's like, "Dude, I'm trying to pick this BB out." He's like, he's like, "I think my brother shot me with a BB last night." I'm thinking, I know he did because I was there, you piece of shit. That's what you get for fucking hit me in the head with a hard-boiled egg. What kind of sick fuck?
Shot with a BB and a fucking hard-boiled egg to a fucking eyeball.
Well, the worst thing was it was like after that, like the hard-boiled egg.
Close range.
It was pretty close because they jumped. I walked up the steps to the fort. They were hiding underneath. Like, like the cement walkway. Yeah. So they like jumped up and they were lower than me and just started wailing eggs at me. And like, dude, like Kitschy like stopped Davis. He's like, "They're not breaking." He's like, "These are hard-boiled eggs." And I think Kitschy took the other 3 eggs home and ate them. But like the first 3 like fucking just fucking wailed on me. I was like, it was like the worst feeling ever, dude. Worst feeling ever. But that was like my first Devil's Night. So anyone else have any good Devil's Night stories?
Nah, I was trying to think.
Dude, the first time I started hanging out with Greenfield dudes, I got a story. So the first time I started hanging out with Greenfield dudes, they all like on Devil's Night, like hung out on the Geo. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? You know what I mean? I didn't know what was going on. All these dudes have bricks, right? So this car had to stop at the stop sign, and this dude stops at the stop sign. They brick this dude's Mercedes. I'm like, oh, it was like one of the things I'm involved with. I didn't want to be there. I should have just, you know what I mean? So like, dude, they like crushed this car. This dude gets out, motherfucking dude. If he would have had a gun, he would have shot. So he definitely didn't. We just like took off running. I'm like, dude, that was insane, dude. I felt horrible.
That's like the worst feeling in the world when you were younger and you knew some bad shit was gonna happen, but you couldn't leave because you didn't want anybody to call you a pussy. So you just sat there.
You're like, this is wrong.
Yeah,
this is wrong.
That's exactly what I felt.
Just because you happen to be walking up the avenue at the wrong time.
Yeah, that's fucking terrible. I mean, that's just like,
I'm just trying to get this pizza bag. I'm not trying to break this dude's car.
Johnny, you're having some issues, buddy.
Yeah, you're like frozen. Go ahead, Jeff. What were you saying?
No, I was just saying how fucking when you get caught up with some older kids when you're younger, and next thing you know, you're fucking doing some crazy shit that you didn't sign up for. You were just trying to walk across the field and grab a couple Gatorades, and next thing
now you're going to jail.
You're on the news.
Well, dude, that's like when they used to fucking like put those horses up there in snowstorms, and cars would have to stop because there's horses in the road, and they're like, "What's going on?" And dudes would run out and ambush the car with snowballs, and like you never know who you're hitting. Like back to the Reno thing, you never know who you're fucking with, and they fucked with this maniac, And I was like sitting up at Kogo's. This dude's driving around looking for young kids. I wasn't even at that, like the fucking snowball incident. And he just started beating me up. I was like 14. This dude, Judge Rexler, come out of nowhere and hit him with a fucking haymaker. Otherwise, that dude might have he might have ended my life at 14, dude. He was beating the shit out of me. Like, what? I was just an innocent bystander.
You fit the description.
Yeah, a kid from Greenfield. Let's go beat the shit out of him.
All right, let's take a break and see if we get Rosado figured out here.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Are you sick of your general contractor having sex with your wife? Well, I was too, and that's when I found out about Schaefer Inc. Schaefer Inc.'s primary goal is to deliver unbeatable quality for all your construction needs. They aim to firstly be a company principle-driven, and to achieve this, the importance is ethical business practices. That includes great work and not having sex with your wife. Please check out Schaefer Inc. for all your contracting needs. Give them a call at 412-915-1694. That's 412-915-1694. Hey, what's going on, everybody? When Greenfield's Finest podcast crew orders pizza, we only go to one place, and that's Capizzuto's Pizza, located at 505 Greenfield Avenue. Phone number 412-521-6570. Best pizza in Greenfield by far. Check them out. Me and my wife didn't know what to do. We had a gigantic tree in our backyard that we had to get cut down. I've never done anything like this before. Who was I supposed to call? Luckily, I found Greater Pitt Tree Service, a locally owned and operated company. They came out, got to work, and got it done in a safe manner, and it didn't cost me an arm and a leg. Thank you so much, Greater Pittsburgh Tree Service. And they also do free work for World War II veterans. Please call 412-884-TREE. That's 412-884-TREE. If you're like me, I bet you have the same opinion. Are you sick and tired of smoking hot chicks and delicious chicken wings? Well, I know I am. So if you are too, make sure you stay away from bootleggers over in Oakland at 403 Semple Street. Because all it is delicious chicken wings, cheap drinks, and smoking hot bartenders. That's bootleggers at 403 Semple Street over in Oakland. Over and out.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest podcast. We're about to hit you with Gear Grinders, which is brought to you by Manscaped, the Lawnmower 3.0 out right now. If you click on any of our links, you can find it and use promotional code GFP. You'll save 20% on all your Manscaped products. Moneyline, who should go first? Surely?
Yeah, Johnny, you go first. What do you got?
Rosa!
You look beautiful.
Surely, do your gear grinder. Rosado, put that on your face.
All right.
Is it about Rosa?
Great. This gear grinder has to do with Rosa. brought to you by Shuley's Nuts getting crushed every week. No,
What I do with?
You sound just like her. So anyway, my gear grinder is, listen, like, everybody grew up with like a movie they watched as a kid, like, you know what I mean, like during the holidays or whatever. All right, take it off. You're fucking. I'm losing my concentration. So she makes my kids watch The Great Fucking Pumpkin every Halloween, which is by far the worst fucking movie ever made. Charlie Brown, The Great Pumpkin. Anybody ever see it? No?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, I see it.
Horrible.
Like, I mean, I haven't seen it in fucking 30 years.
Yeah, like
Horrible, though?
Horrible. It has no point to it. It's like an on-running story. And I heard, actually, that they're going to never show it again. And I pray to Christ that they're not joking.
Why would they take it off?
Because it's terrible. It's fucking obvious. It's a fucking terrible show.
Charlie Brown wants a pumpkin?
Charlie Brown is bad enough. The Great Pumpkin, it makes no sense, dude. I got my kids watching it, and they're like, Dad, what does this mean? I'm like, I don't know what it means. Like, I have to ask your mother.
Stupid fucking movie, girls.
Yeah, put Rosa back on.
So there's no point to it at all?
None. No, it's like, honestly, I love terrible movies, and this is unwatchable.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, Johanna around Christmas likes to watch that one. It's black and white. What's it called?
Oh, It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. Like the
Yeah, it's a terrible Christmas.
Yeah, that's a terrible
But
movie
like
too.
the old Rudolph with this abominable snowman and shit. Like that's a good flick.
I'll watch that. I'll watch
Jack
that.
loves the pumpkin movie. Charlie
I know.
Brown.
Oh, you watching The Great Pumpkin? That's why you got that fucking orange shirt on.
I thought it was yeah. I knew it. As soon as they started talking about pumpkins, I was like, someone's gonna call me a pumpkin. I don't know. I just thought it was. I thought it was along those lines. I guess not. I mean, I
do like
It's
the Rudolph
not.
too.
It's
but
terrible.
The Charlie Brown pumpkin is like, dude, that whole Charlie Brown thing is awful. The way they
Everything
talk and
about
everything, the
Yeah,
animation.
everything, top to bottom.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Rosado, what's grinding your gears?
Fuck, what was grinding my gears? What did I tell you today?
About the people walking in the road?
No.
That's how I say. That's Arizona's gear grinder.
I was gonna say, walking in the road, running in the road, riding your bike in the road.
No, my gear grinder was people that go when there's a urinal in a stall and they go and piss in the stall. You know what I mean? Instead of the urinal, and then piss all over the seat.
I don't. Yeah, I mean they definitely piss all over the seat every time. I don't get that move. But
No,
You must be pee shy or something.
Yeah, like
you know?
it's either that or like if you're gonna go do like a dagger or something, I get it. But like if you're just going in there to pee and you see a perfectly good urinal, it doesn't make any sense to me.
You got to get your kids.
I agree.
Fucking, you piss it in the trough down Heinz Field in front of everybody.
Right.
Just piss when you got to piss.
Yeah, just don't be stage fright. Just get in there, wiggle in between two guys, and let it loose.
Yeah.
Hey, shouldn't they have a stall that says like handicapped, regular people, and then like daggers only?
That's for the family bathroom.
Oh, my fault. Sorry.
That's what that little table's for that you pulled down.
You thought that was for changing diapers? No.
Yeah, I thought I was changing my kids on that. That's for daggers.
Yeah, it's for wasting your paycheck. Dude, you want to go, Jack?
Yeah, I got one. So like me holding the door and people not saying thank you has been a gear grinder for me in the past. It drives me fucking bananas. I don't know how hard it is not to say thank you, but I'm going to Starbucks the other day. I opened the door for this chick and she doesn't say thank you. So I give her the loudest, "You're welcome," to everybody. So I open the door and like I like step out of the way for her to go, and she says "excuse me" instead of "thank you." Like, dude, an "excuse me" does not count as thank you. So I just
wrong.
in, and I was like, "You're welcome," and I just like looked at her. She's like some 17-year-old girl, I think. But if I'm the one that has to teach your kid to fucking say thank you when someone holds the door for you, I mean that's what I'll do, because like there's no way I'm not saying anything. Fucking when someone holds the door for you, you say thank you. Excuse me is just like even like more rude. Like I'm in your fucking way, or you're like just say thank you, or just say thank you and keep it moving. But yeah, I embarrassed the fuck out of her. There were like 10 people in Starbucks, and I just said it so loud it was crazy. Where everybody turned their head. I'm like, yeah, it was that asshole right there. I held the door. She didn't say thank you, and now she's fucking getting publicly shamed on a fucking podcast about it. So
yeah, millennials have no social skills. That's not surprising that she was like 17 years old. It's either them or like miserable old people.
Rosado, you're so
pants
close up to the thing.
Dude, my kids are like hunting me down, dude. I'm like trying to escape.
Yeah,
you have like a kid check.
It's like the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
We gotta get back in the studio ASAP.
He's like, I'm so scared in here.
Dude, my gear grinder this week, dude, I hate to talk shit on this place because I love it so much, but it's Costco. This week I had an incident. I went grocery shopping. I go down there, I get all my groceries. I'm leaving. Everything's in the cart. If you ever been to Costco, they don't bag anything. So right after you get done checking out, there's a million boxes there. So you can just put your stuff in boxes and you're ready to go. There's no boxes there on Saturday, none. So I asked someone, I'm like, is there any boxes? And they were like, no, there isn't. So I'm like, how am I supposed to get this food into my car, let alone from my car into my house? Their solution is, well, you could buy those blue bags over. They have those like reusable Costco bags. It wouldn't have fit all my groceries anyway. But I'm like, if you're going to be a store that doesn't have bags and you're going to make me box my shit up, you got to stay stocked with boxes. I mean, that's just a fucking no-brainer. Like, who dropped the ball on that?
Dude, them boxes stink anyway. Like I don't even know how you're supposed to fit like normal size.
It's a
stuff
3-sided box, for Christ's sake. There's no fucking fourth side to it. Like, what am I stacking in here?
Dude,
It was probably some like poor kid's first day. He was probably out back breaking down the boxes and just ripping them apart, and they probably came out back like, "What are you doing, you fucking idiot?" And he was like, "Oh no!" And like he probably got fired because he didn't know fucking he wasn't supposed to break down and throw away the boxes.
Right, they're like our best customers out front going crazy because
this kid buys fucking 58 fucking packs of fucking Capri Suns a month.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a fucking box to put them in, fucking Tommy, because you're out here.
Z-Bird's here for his paladin Capri Suns, and you sons of bitches ain't got no boxes ready.
Yeah, dude, but that was like my gear grinder this week. I was just like totally disappointed because I've never had that issue there. And it was like when I went to the box thing, it was completely empty, and they told me there was no boxes around. I'm like, how's there no boxes? It's a fucking, you know what I mean? How do you not have boxes here?
Dude, I hope Costco finds out that you're talking shit on them. I'm about to send them this video, and you get fucking banned.
I got that executive membership. They can't do nothing. They can't touch me.
Shit.
It's untouchable.
Yeah.
Dude, I've seen people fighting over them boxes before for like the good ones. You know what I mean? Like it's mayhem. I just take my stuff and put it directly into the car.
Yeah, so do I.
Let it roll around and make 500 trips from my car to my house.
I can't do that because like with me, like sometimes I'll have eggs and milk, and I'll buy like I like a nice pastry or something like that. Shit will get smashed. Like I have to have some boxes. I have to have some organization, or it's just chaos. There'll be shit rolling around the truck. It's just not good.
Yeah,
start rolling BYOB, buddy. Bring your own box.
I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do. It's kind of where we'll be living in 2020. But
coronavirus, fucking box, fucking scare.
Yeah, people are hoarding the boxes. Do you guys know anything else?
No, you just want to hop into fucking, or we need to take a break, right?
Yeah, we're gonna take a real quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back to finish up Greenfield's Finest podcast.
What's going on, everybody? It's almost that time of the year where you got to go get your sidewalks or your steps fixed. And I don't trust a lot of these idiots out here right now. I really don't. Thank goodness Giuseppe & Sons is in the area, and they're always on the job. If you're looking for any type of masonry work this season coming up, please call Giuseppe & Sons, 412-421-6711, and make sure you tell them Rocco sent you, huh? Oh, man, I don't know if you guys have ever felt like this, but I woke up this morning, and my toilet's running. I can't get it to stop running. My water bill last month was double. I didn't know what to do. Thank goodness for Niscatch Plumbing. I called them. They were there right away and took care of the problem. And it didn't cost me hardly anything. They're registered master plumbers and fully insured. That's Niscatch Plumbing. Phone number 412-337-4047. 412-337-4047. Thank you, Niscatch Plumbing. I don't know about you, but I ain't got time to be packing boxes and moving stuff all the way around the tri-state area. I just don't got time for it. But I gotta move. What am I supposed to do? Thank goodness I found out about Miracle Movers. Fully bonded and insured, serving the Tri-County area. And they go long and short distance. I just found out they do commercial delivery too. That's Miracle Movers at 412-419-2620. 412-419-2620. And tell them Z-Bird sent you.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest podcast. We're about to hit you with our last segment, What Would Greenfield Do? Whoop, whoop. Brought to you by Espolon Tequila, the best tequila in the business. Moneyline, what do you got for us this week?
All right, what would Greenfield do?
Whoop, whoop.
If the series finale of your favorite TV show was about to air and your biggest crush texted you to hook up, what do you pick? This is easy fucking for me. It is the TV show 100 out of 100 times. But,
Really?
Yeah, I mean, where's she going? If she's the one texting you, fucking, she's looking to come over and Risotto, your kid's being in the room doing this. Really distracting.
They can't hear you. They can't hear you.
All right, can I rebut this statement that Jack just made?
Yeah, I know you will. Let me fucking finish, you fuck. So the point of the like me picking the TV show over the fucking over hooking up is because of like Twitter and shit. That shit's gonna get ruined by the next day. You're not going to be able to avoid people talking about it. So you're going to put all this time and energy to watching this show, and then you're going to have it ruined by like Twitter or by some asshole in a fucking group text message saying what's going to happen. So I'm putting my crush on ice until the next day, and I'm banging out the season finale of Game of Thrones or whatever it is. I can't put all that time and effort in and then just let it go to the wayside. The crush is going to be there tomorrow.
I got a little bit of a twist. What if the crush wasn't there tomorrow and that was your one time to kill it? And Eric, I'm moving away. I just wanted to hang out tonight. Would it still be the show?
Are you asking 38-year-old Jack, or are you asking like fucking younger Jack?
I'm asking
37-year-old Jack.
Yeah, 38-year-old.
37-year-old Jack's picking the show every time. 38-year-old Jack picking the show. 18 to 35-year-old Jack. I'm going to knock that down. But
You're crushing that cruise?
Listen, I know it's over, and it's been over for a couple years, and it's fine. You know, I mean, I got out there. I had a nice career. I just don't. I can't be one of those old guys still swinging for the fences when it's over. When it's over, it's over. I'm like John Elway. I walked out on top.
Now you're just a GM facilitating things. Well, see, I'm taking the total opposite of what you're saying, because one, like,
you're a little horny bastard, John.
I know, but I'm so used to like growing up. My dad would see every movie before me, and then like tell me about it, like trying not to tell me, but tell me. So like I'm used to like my favorite shows or movies, like finding out what happens already. So I'm definitely going for the crush, for sure.
What about you, Scholes?
All right, so, cuz, I've been married for 157 years. I ain't played an away game in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah. So, I love my wife, man. Fuck. I'll figure out what happened. I'll TiVo it. I'll on-demand it. I'll fucking Apple TV it. I'll figure out what happened in the episode. I'm running, dude. You call me. I'm dropping everything. I'll see you in fucking 5 minutes at the East Exit Motel.
The funniest thing about this is somehow we turned this question into Shul. He was like, "Yeah, I would definitely cheat on my wife."
I never said I'd cheat on my wife. I said the question was, is my hookup one piece of this, or am I watching fucking Game of Thrones? Man, fuck the Game of Thrones.
Fair enough. I mean, that's why. I mean, I knew that's what you were gonna say.
Why are you guys getting me in trouble?
First, all right, we got another one here. Which reality TV show would you be best on, Johnny? What reality show you think you'd be best on? You seem like a below deck guy to me.
I've never seen it. I was gonna say,
what?
I've never seen it, dude.
Great show.
Yeah.
You always talk shit about my Bravo shows, and now you're saying below deck.
It's the only one I agree with you on.
What do you got, John?
Does Shark Tank count?
Sure.
Because I got I come up with.
You have a good idea?
I have good ideas like every 2 weeks, and then I tell somebody about them, and they shoot them down.
Float a good idea.
What about the toaster oven microwave combo?
The Tigrowave.
But now air fryer. No, it was like it's not a great idea. It wasn't at the
time. How much per unit for one of you to fucking manufacture one of these bastards, you think?
I'm gonna get it over in China for like, $12. I'm gonna sell it here for $50.
Well, there we go. It's a nice markup. I just don't know what it will look like.
It's gonna save space in your kitchen because you don't need the toast. Put it in
How
air
much
fryer
cancer does it give you?
Don't worry about it.
What a pussy question that was.
Yeah. So you put the air fryer, toaster, and microwave all in one, and you save space in your kitchen.
There you go. A lot of counter space. Do you see they're putting air fryers in ovens now? That one fancy ass oven.
Yeah, because they probably stole my idea. I thought of this like 3 years ago. I think I told DC, and he told me it was stupid. So
now he's the fucking CEO.
He probably patented it. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. Whenever we get Cuban on, we'll fucking run that by him and see what he says.
I'll have 5 more ideas by then. Don't worry about it.
Those poor guys probably just get hit up constantly. Like, hey, I got this idea. Like from dudes on the street. Like, shut up.
It's like Will Zornback gets fucking mixtapes thrown at him, dude.
Dude, I had an idea for like a plant identifier. Like when I'm at work, people always like, "What is that? What kind of flower is that?" I'm like, I gotta
They
make
don't have
something
an
up.
app for that?
Now they
do.
do. When I thought of it, they didn't. And Misha told me it was too hard to make.
Yeah.
He's my tech guy.
Yeah. You need a better, listen.
He's my IT guy.
Mishka's a smart guy. You need a better tech guy for that.
Apparently, yes.
The plant was actually a good idea.
Dude, I'm
Mishka
giving
fucked
money
you on
away out here, but Mishka, yeah, he killed me with his negativity, and now I've lost out on millions.
That's
and
the
I'm
worst
still
when someone just shits on like something you're excited about, and you're like, all right, fucking, and now fucking, you could have been sitting on a fucking major app. Who knows where you could have been?
Not planting the flowers.
Let's take that happy birthday back from Mishka.
Yeah, F you, Mishka.
For crushing Rosato's
Thanks for
dreams.
killing my dream again.
Piece of shit.
Shuley, reality show. What have you been best on?
Obviously, it would be the reality show, Sir, or Vanderpump Rules.
Hey, you're talking all this shit on like my shows, and like, dude, you're just naming my shit.
Jack, I picked these dudes because these are the like weakest dudes I've ever met in my life. Like I would go there for 2 weeks, I'd run it. Jax, I'd back him his fucking teeth. Stassi, your name is Stacy. Your name is Stacy. It's not Stassi.
I mean, it's definitely not state. It's spelled Stassi.
It's not Stassi, Jack. It's not Stassi.
I mean,
I can promise you that, dude.
Passi.
Yeah, well, dude, I'll slap her. I'll run the gamut. I will own Vanderpump Rules in 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
What would be your job at Sir?
Fucking slapping all the nerdy ass dudes there. Jax would be the first one. Headbutted right in his teeth, dude. And then the dude the weird dude is the DJ, slapped.
Z-Bird, best reality fit for you.
Intervention. That was easy for me.
I'm gonna go old school. I'm gonna go real world because I would have been so charismatic on there, so good looking. It would have turned into such a major career in the Real World Road Rules Challenge, which I'd still be doing. And like,
relax, Dan Cortez.
It'd be me, Johnny Bananas, and CT just going on season like fucking 50, doing so many fucking steroids, just ripping people's heads off. Fucking, I'd be on the challenge forever. I mean,
forever.
Real World, when the first few years, like it was the first 2 years were weird. New York and San Francisco, it was like too heavy. Then they like got into like Boston and Miami, and they all just started porking each other. That's something I could have signed up for.
Yeah, San Francisco was a weird one.
Was that one with
Pedro?
Yeah.
Pedro died. Fucking. Even New
Puck.
York, the first one was kind of weird.
Yeah. Puck was there.
Yeah, we said Puck.
Everybody said the word Puck about 50 times so far in the past 2 seconds. But yeah, I would.
Everybody say Puck.
What? I would use the Real World to get on the fucking challenge because the challenge is still going. The challenge is a fantastic show.
All right, well, that's about it. Do we go anything else, guys?
Get out of here. I got a fucking colonoscopy in the fucking morning.